Hey, do you like getting up early or meditating? If you don't, you won't be rich. I'm kidding, but we are going to talk about the habits of the rich. Hi, Rich here, and today we're going to talk about the habits of the rich. It's kind of ironic that a lot of rich people that are very self-made millionaires kind of have similar habits. Please make sure you watch to the end of the video. I'm going to have a list of books that suggest really good habits and good habits that can change your life. The first one being, and you guys are going to hate me for this. It's not a problem for me, actually. That's why I get to be all judgmental. It's getting up early. Yeah. It's very important for the body and the mental health of yourself to be able to have a consistent time that you go to bed and a consistent time that you get up. So how do you do that? It's very difficult. First of all, you have to be incredibly disciplined to not just binge Breaking Bad like I'm doing right now. I'm binging Breaking Bad. Not really. I watch 1.5 episodes a night. That's not binging, right? You have to have a set time that you go to bed, so you begin to train your body. This is when we go to sleep. This is when we get to wake up. And if you give yourself the proper amount of sleep, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours is what the average human needs. Once you begin to do that, you begin to find yourself having a lot of more energy because your body knows how to respond to the proper amount of time that you're asleep. You might think to yourself, oh man, I can't do that. I need at least 12. If that's the case, you might want to see a sleep therapist because most studies show that the human does not need that much. But again, don't take my advice. Talk to a doctor. Talk to somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, not just some idiot on YouTube. I find myself being very productive in the morning. I get up usually about 2 hours before I have to start making lunch and going to work. And I find I get a lot of work done in that. And as long as I go to bed at a decent amount of time, I wake up and I feel fairly energized. So it's kind of awesome. The next thing I need to work on is my next point, meditation. Meditation is something that pretty much every rich person has ever done, and poor people that are really self-aware. For those who don't know, meditation is a time that you just sit quietly with just your thoughts. No stimulation, no music, no movies, no nothing. You just sit quietly with your thoughts. And just meditate. Think. If you skipped during that time that I was paused, it's a sign that you could definitely use some meditation. Meditation is a fantastic way to be able to become more self-aware, understand your thoughts, understand your body, understand your breathing, your pain. It also helps clear your mind up. A lot of people that started meditating confess their cloudiness in their brain just went away. Meditating for even sometimes as little as 7 to 10 minutes a day, just sitting there quietly and allowing yourself to just be free from the chaos of our world. The next thing is reading, and I'm gonna be real honest, I struggle with this. I suffered from, moderate dyslexia, plus I also have that weird brain condition that it's like glass scraping in my brain when I try to read. But nevertheless, it's something that I need to personally implement in my life. I don't read well, and it takes me a long time to even read through an email. By the way, who sends entire articles in an email anyway? If you guys notice my descriptions, they're real short. You'll go to other YouTube channels and you're scroll, 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 scroll. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep my it's fairly short. If you might be looking at it and thinking it's long, it's not. It's very short. And the other thing that rich people do is keep clean and organized. They say a cluttered house is a cluttered mind. That also applies to a cluttered bedroom. It also applies to a cluttered car or truck. I was going to show you a video clip during this of my truck before I cleaned it. It was bad. I was fairly certain I would create some sort of deli food monster out of all the leftover food. I was a slob. It was gross. And I would go to work every single day angry and frustrated. And I would just show up to the job site, not want to get out of my truck to go to work. You know why that was? Because my brain was just like cluttered with all this stuff. So finally I cleared everything out. Absolutely everything. Vacuum, washed everything, and kept the bare essentials inside my truck. And I make myself every single day clean out my truck. And you know what? I started like driving to work with a good attitude. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. So maybe that's a little tip for you, something to think about. Organization is a sign that you're thoughtful, you're self-aware, you're not impulsive. You don't just always go the easy route. You're more about the long-term goal. You're more about the long-term pleasures rather than the short-term pleasures. And yes, I mean it. When you're sitting there and you could bring your coffee cup in, you could bring your lunchbox in, but I'll just grab it tomorrow morning. That is a short-term pleasure that you're doing now because you don't want to have to do the work now. If you bring it in now, sure, you're sacrificing the short-term pleasure of just being lazy and going inside for the long-term pleasure of getting inside your truck and your vehicle is completely clean, ready to go to work with a fresh mind. Let me know if that helps you or not. I would challenge you to give it a shot. Just really keep your vehicle incredibly clean. Once we get that down, let's try with our bedrooms or our houses. And you might be thinking, what is your problem? I'm incredibly organized and everything. Then that's awesome, dude. But the majority of people, especially young millennials, not so much. So I would challenge you to pick a habit every single morning that you're going to do and create a good routine. If you have a huge major problem with willpower, I'm going to recommend Improvement Pill's Tamed course. It's about overcoming bad habits like smoking, drinking, pornography, whatever the bad habit may be. This helps break that down. And no. It's not like a 12-step program. It's about forget about your bad habits. Start focusing on making good habits, even little habits. Start building your willpower till you get strong enough that you can kick whatever the bad habit may be. There's a lot of lazy kids out there. If you're a millennial like I am, we're lazy and we don't work for anything. We had everything handed to us in our lives. So it's time to start working for something. What is that something? It's ourselves.
That's me. In the spotlight, that's me. Life in the sunlight now, that's me. Ever wonder how it could be? You and me.
I like that.